Good morning. It's Monday, November 10th, and that means two things. Don't you just hate it when the gales of November come early? It's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their rich, robust, excellent line of lighting products. Great drivers, great guarantees, great shipping options as well. They've got you covered. The link is in the description or keystonetech.com if you please. Let's get into the news because Dolly has partnered with the IALD. This new partnership, quote, aims to empower specifiers, designers, and architects by sharing knowledge, launching educational initiatives, and fostering more substantial alignment across the entire lighting ecosystem. Which is what you say when you don't want to say your plans right away. The final version of DLC 6 and Luna 2 is out and up and running. All the requirements are live, new products are getting approved, new stickers are being shipped, and there will be a webinar explaining all this on the 12th, should you care to attend. Cooper has completed their buyout of Nemolux. That deal closed on the 5th. Wind Supply is adding 2 new distribution centers. That is in Ohio and in Florida, respectively. On the tariff tracker, the Supreme Court has begun to hear the case, arguing against the precedents for the current tariffs. The federal shutdown has ended low-income home energy assistance program payments. These are federal funds, but they're managed by the states, which means that across 5 states so far, there are delays to winter energy bill assistance for low-income residences. Semiconductor sales are up in Q3. That is $208.4 billion across the industry per the Semiconductor Industry Association. At Wesco, their Q3 sales were up 6% compared to last year. Q3 at LSI shows $7.3 million in profits. Q2 at Orion shows revenues 2% lower than last year, which is not that reassuring. Q3 at Ameresco shows revenues at $526 million. We have record sales at AD, $78 billion last quarter. We have a dividend at Emerson. If you're already a shareholder, expect 55.5 cents per share. At Rexel, Q3 shows sales are up 3%. We have Signify's continuing share buyback program, adding 359,917 shares at an average price of 21 euros apiece. Canada Post will be planning rolling strikes as negotiations drag along. A UPS plane crashed in Louisville last week. It killed at least 14 people. As a result, UPS and FedEx have grounded all planes of that same model out of an abundance of caution. Lutron has a new shop in New York City, 12,000 square feet on 11th and 26th. Sonepar has a new distro center in Colorado. That's 250,000 square feet in Aurora. In Rep Agency updates, Kasambi has picked Thea in New York, Neo is adding 3 brands, and we have a recap of 110 deals from Inside Lighting. Speaking of the Supreme Court of the U.S., they have upheld the IRS's decision to not pay out 179D deductions that you didn't file for in 2016 and 17. Those funds are gone. You can't get them no more, even if you did a project. Nanoleaf and Signify are near a settlement. We have a draft license agreement prepared, and a Pittsburgh man has patented a bedside lamp that is also an extension cord and a USB hub, because I guess no one had patented that yet. Jaga has revived Book 18. The 4th edition of Regs for Heritage and Decorative Light Sources is ready to go. We have an update from Skykes, or SKYX. I've never been told how to pronounce that. We have new partnerships in the international market, we have new projects going ahead, and they have new AI initiatives. Kscape has partnered with Kumux. This is a new lighting and controls deal. The FCC will no longer be requiring ISPs to secure networks to their standards. The network providers will instead be creating internal voluntary standards. Circadian, a new showroom for IoT-connected beds, has opened up in Dallas. These high-tech mattresses start at $124,000. In more affordable smart home products, IKEA has launched 21 Matter-ready devices, mostly light sources, sensors, and connected plugs. In R&D, we have new AI for optic design. This is from Opto. They have a new platform for engineers to help them design optics and lenses. We have new purple phosphors for lasers. This is some new tech from the CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Tech. That'll probably end up in vehicle headlights. The University of Turku has a simpler OLED. It is a new tunable white OLED that is made from indium tin oxide. ASD and light and colors. This is a new research study that shows that children on the spectrum might do better under very specific light spectra. Iopsins and light is a new document from Dr. Martin Moore-Ede. It breaks down the gaps between photoreceptors and current LED spectra. We also have a new Romanian study in chicken-centric lighting, charting the health of broiler chicken productivity and the light they use to do that. We have a new LiDAR system for AMS Osram. We have an mRNA vaccine for macular degeneration. This is a study from Yokohama City University that reduced the impairment of aging eyes in mice. Also, survey says men are more afraid of the dark than women. This study also says that this fear carries deeper into adulthood for 1/3 of men than you might think. That link is on nailed.org. Check it out. On the dark side of things, PC amber alone will not save us. Allen and air pollution have been linked in with brain and behavioral functions. A Chinese study has linked Allen with hypertension, dyslipidemia, and liver diseases. Light pollution has also been linked with thyroid cancer. Long-term melatonin use might be bad for your health. A lot of asterisks on this. Darkness News update on Thursday to explain it in more detail. Daylight saving time continues to make even commutes more fatal. Bright light in the morning makes you feel colder. Biological clock has been linked with hormones, circadian alignment, and office burnout. Allen is altering the behavior of salt marshes crabs. Light at night is also altering the migration of water fleas, tiny little zooplankton. Moth populations are continuing to drop in cities. We have a new call for moth safety, unrelated to that, but related to that. The U.S. Department of Energy has cut research funds to determine the impacts of wind farms on bats. The UK South Downs National Park is opening submissions for their astrophotography competition. We have low orbit objects being threatened by the sun, specifically solar radiation, strong enough to knock their systems out and throw them off course. And NVIDIA is planning on launching low orbit objects as well. And Google Gemini might move their data centers to the moon. In San Mateo County, they're using dark sky standards at an elementary school. Cannon Falls, Minnesota is setting new lighting rules for data centers. Bluff, Utah held their first dark sky festival. Missoula, Montana is lighting their trails responsibly. Marion, Massachusetts is cutting the brightness to their maritime center. And Fountain Hills, Arizona is planning 6 months of night sky tourism events. Check it out. Horticulturally, Clear Greens is bankrupt, Argos is expanding, and an Edible Garden, the name of the company, not just On Edible Garden, is trying to help those who are not receiving their SNAP payments right now. In recommended reading, Electrification Will Not Break the Grid. We also have a recap of Light 25, a new focus on tariffs, a question of whether or not the whiplash, the backlash, the bad thing is finally going to hit us about tariffs. Standard time would be best year-round. Eric Yerger is talking about field-adjustable luminaires. We have a recap of light justice from thesis to practice at Boston Lights. We have apartment conversion projects and how lighting fits into that. How to use outdoor lighting to repel skunks. How to use outdoor lighting to repel mosquitoes in November. I know many people have mosquitoes in November. It's snowing while I'm recording, and I'm a little salty about it. We have how to decide between a smart plug and a smart outlet, and how cool are luminaire level controlled sensors. Sorry, but how cool are luminaire level lighting controls as sensors, as motion detectors? Can your light bulbs really detect motion? Are they that good yet? We have a few case studies. We have a revamp of the University of Wolverhampton's library, we have optimizing light at Tomato World. This is an indoor farm, not like a theme park. I'd go to Tomato World, though. I just want some spaghetti. We have how to light for mood at the new Universal Studios park, The Dark Universe. Redford Union High School's sweet Puma light, how they made that. And Energy Focus did a bunch of cool things in Osaka, and they want you to know about it. I cannot take the city of Osaka very seriously because of the Yakuza video games. Especially not Sotenbori. In local news, BC Hydro is offering cash back for home efficiency programs. Massachusetts is offering schools $14 million in grants. Nevada is planning a new residential efficiency program. Yukon has partnered with New England manufacturers on energy costs. We have new rebates in Salt River, Arizona. We have copper thieves breaking into AT&T's strategic reserve. They broke into their vault in Los Angeles, California, and made off with, so many miles of copper. And Texas has a law to end daylight saving time, but they did it anyway. Why? Last week, there were a lot of elections in the U.S., and we're not going to talk about most of them because we're going to talk about down-ticket items, way down-ticket items, because while certainly street lighting was a winning issue for the new mayor of Detroit, Auburn, Washington voted in favor of funding school projects. Lamar, Texas only voted to fund some of their school projects. Portland, Maine voted for track and field lighting. Vermilion, Ohio voted against $14 million in school projects. And Kenny, Hawaii passed $130 million in community bonds. Spring Hill, Texas voted against $20 million in school projects. And Richardson, Texas passed $1.4 billion in community bonds, many of that for street lighting or school projects. FEMA is funding for lighting at ports of Indiana. LED streetlights are going up in Washington, Illinois. Windsor, Colorado is switching their streets to LED. Tangipahoa Parish, Louisiana, I'm sorry, I definitely mispronounced that, is relighting their schools. Amherst, Wisconsin students are competing to improve their schools' energy uses. We have new lighting grants for Wood Buffalo, Alberta. We have new LED lighting in Sacramento, California. Nashville, Tennessee is planning on pedestrian safety. Halton, Ontario Catholic boards have approved new lighting upgrades. Tucson, Arizona bus drivers want more light at the bus stops. Como County, Texas is seeking grants from the United States Tennis Association to light their tennis courts, which they will probably get as long as no one plays pickleball on them. That's not a joke. That's like a real requirement from the Tennis Association. They're not messing around. Chattanooga, Tennessee is relighting their skate and dog parks. Burnaby, BC is completing a program of RGB uplights under their L train tracks. Hartford is lighting their track and field. And Food Lion, a chain of grocery stores, have completed their lighting retrofits in North Carolina and South Carolina. Both Carolinas at once. That's tricky. Internationally, we have new streetlights on the Isle of Man. The UK Energy Austerity Program has cancelled holiday lighting in many towns once again. The Paris catacombs are closed for a new lighting project. In Nieuwegein, also pronounced wrong, in the Netherlands, has street lighting, in theory. It failed. A lot of it failed this week. We have new street lighting going up in Paitilla, Panama. And Australia has so much solar power, they have to give it away for free. In sports news, Charlotte, North Carolina is paying for football stadium upgrades. In people news, we have a new head of consumer lighting at Signify. His name is Joran Schweitmaker. Rich Stinson has gotten the Southwire Pioneer Award. And George Brown will be serving as the program director of the NRF Institute's Fostering Critical Dialogue Initiative. And things you can make, you can turn an old lamp into a reverb tank if you're recording music. You can turn a DIY audio brick for your smart home. You can make your own volumetric display. You can abuse an opto flasher. And in Pinecrest, Michigan, they put 1,000 jack-o'-lanterns in their cemetery. I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, your attention. I want to thank all our sponsors. I want to thank Nailed. And I want you to enjoy your week and enjoy the music. See ya.
This world will never see a light again, and it's all a matter of perspective.